Once again, a Black History Month lesson gone horribly wrong. A lesson about the 1800s where a teacher specifically told Black students, no, you can only draw pictures of Black people picking cotton and white people working machinery. Yeah, let me give you some background here. Indiana parents and students are beside themselves after their school district went too far during Black History Month. Let's put up the parents. They went on the local news, talked about this in detail. This occurred at Fall Creek Valley Middle School of Lawrence Township in Northeast Indianapolis. Parents Cindy and Raymond Clark, you see them there, spoke with the local news affiliate 13 WTHR, recounting the shock they had over the phone call from their daughter last week about an assignment. Here it is. According to the school district, students were told they could draw a picture showing different ways of life of northern and southern states back in the 1800s. But the Clarks said their daughter's teacher took it a step further, telling students to only draw a Black person picking cotton and a white person working with machinery. Our children said that she specifically said Black people picking cotton, according to Raymond. Feeling offended by the assignment, their daughter was among several students who refused to complete the project. She sent her parents pictures of the drawings made by the students in the class. It drew tears from another student. This is traumatizing. Put up those pictures, okay? We're talking about children. It's sad that these children have to become adults in these situations and say something's not right about what you're telling us to do. They are hurt, they are embarrassed, they are emotional. And thankfully they told their parents, because many children would have internalized that message and that message would have come out in other ways. Cindy added she was glad to hear there were students who stood up for what they believed, and I am too. Both Cindy and Raymond, who own several successful local businesses, said they can't understand why the lesson wasn't more well-rounded. Picking cotton is forced labor. It's not a part of our heritage. There are so many other things that could have been discussed, like inventors and business owners, Raymond said. And Raymond is right. But see, this is what systemic oppression, this is what systemic bias, implicit bias, hyper-aggressive racism, bigotry, this is what it all looks like. It's damaging to children because the teacher is involved in distributing this madness. That curriculum was insane. To respond to concerns from parents, the Lawrence Township sent this statement. Let me read the statement. Here it is. The MSD of Lawrence Township is committed to providing high quality instruction to all students. The assignment in question does not reflect the commitment and demonstrates poor judgment. School and district officials are involved and have communicated with both the teacher and the family who came forward with concerns. Well, there it is. This will not be tolerated, damn it. We have communicated with the teacher. Okay? The Clark family wants to see curriculum changes following the incident that has not been noted yet, with Raymond saying, and I quote, racism has gone on for far too long. We know it's not going anywhere, but it doesn't belong in Lawrence Township schools or in any district. I completely concur. Now, here's when I tell you the truth about critical race theory. It's not taught in K through 12 education, but it damn sure should be taught to some K through 12 teachers. Because this is what happens when they don't understand their own bias or they are allowed to coexist in an atmosphere that protects their own racism. It hurts our children. Adrienne, what are your thoughts about this story?
You know what, you're absolutely right. The fact is that these teachers need the education necessary so that they don't continue to perpetuate the racism that has been internalized in them, because it's essentially part of the problem and it keeps things going in this oppressive society that we've seen. But also the fact is that you've seen so many people talk about Black History Month, and their belief is that Black history starts with slavery and essentially that it ends with slavery. And all that does is continue to make Black people continue to appear in the eyes of white people as in need of help or in some servient role. It's not our history, that is white history. Our history is about our achievements, our legacy, the things that we've created and contributed, notwithstanding the oppression that we face every single day and continue to face. As I mentioned, the HBCU bombings continuing, those threats continuing to happen. The fact is that we continue to rise despite all of the efforts of the white patients getting, smaller and thinner. And we continue to contribute, and we continue to just be a part of a society that often tells us that we should not even be in existence or be here. And that is Black history. That is about us. So it's like, if you want to talk about slavery, do it on your own time, because February, even the shortest month of the year, it's still ours. So get it right.
Get it right. And here's the reality. Black history, when we discuss Black history did not start with slavery, number one. Number two, the original design of Black History Month was actually Black History Week. It was to celebrate, yes, historical accomplishments, but also current accomplishments of Black people in America. So I don't call it Black History Month, I call it Black Legacy Month, to connect the historical reality as well as the current Black excellence that's in front of us.